Hell yeah, let's keep this minor loving train rolling. For YouTube captions, I'm talking about Minecraft. The only difference is this guy doesn't like actual miners, only fictional ones. I mean, as far as I know, there could be a few skeletons, in the supply closet of the 320th floor of the fucking cartoonmania house. Or the 69th floor. This is Matthew Dalen Littlemore, the world's first and only user of OpenOffice Impress. The animation industry envies him. He's more well known as Animator320, and similar to Animated James, he's been an inside joke in my friend group for a long time. I've been doing this bit on Twitter where whenever I get credited for working on anything, I tell people to check out my channel, Animator320. I've gotten a few people with it. By the way, we're going big risk, big reward, big money on this video because Littlemore has a nasty trigger finger over the YouTube copyright strike button. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe before Matthew Littlemore animates me belly dancing too. Matthew first started posting to YouTube in 2011 under the name Matthew Dalen, but all he posted were like Sesame Street clips. He's still doing it to this day. He posted 12 days ago as of writing. What drives a man to do this? There's literally nothing else on the channel, and nobody cared at the time. I don't care now. Where the fuck is Victor Virus? In 2017, Matthew started the Animator320 channel and posted the first episode of Cartoonmania titled Slapstick on August 7th, officially becoming the worst thing to happen that day. The second worst thing to happen that day. This episode is so peak. I quote it all the time. Matthew's like, slapstick is a concept that occurs in most classic cartoons. And he gets in all kinds of classic cartoon slapstick shenanigans. Oh, Littlemore, you're a riot. In case you don't know, Cartoonmania is a series about Matthew Littlemore's self-insert Matthew Littlemore and his life as a cartoonist living with 320 characters. They live in this massive house and don't ask what's on the 69th floor. Okay, we're gonna get there. I'm not here to sit down and review every episode of Cartoonmania. I'm not fucking LS Mark. Why does Family Guy look different now? I don't like him. He's one of those Happy Wheels people. Cartoonmania is rough. Like I said earlier, it's animated entirely in a PowerPoint ripoff called OpenOffice Impress, and yeah, I'm sure not impressed. Where's all the belly dancing? There's really nothing I can say about the show other than it isn't very good. For the majority of the series, it didn't even receive much traction, but by May 2020, most of the episodes had 10,000 to 20,000 views, which is fairly impressive. However, in September 2019, Matthew would release his most popular work to date, Cartoonmania the Movie. This is an hour-and-a-half long film based on Cartoonmania, written and animated entirely by Matthew. And this is incredibly impressive. But I'm going to be totally honest, I have zero memory of what happens in this movie. Over the last 2 years, me and my friends have watched it like 2.5 times, and I've retained absolutely zero knowledge from it. And I don't have the strength to watch it again for this video. But I want to mention that when we tried to watch it on YouTube Watch Together, the video was blocked. So we clicked on another one titled Cartoonmania the Movie Director's Cut. And it was the normal movie until the end when Matthew just gets fucking shot and dies. I can't find it anymore, so I assume Matthew took it down, but that's forever how I will remember this movie ending, and I gotta say, it was probably better than the actual ending. This was the last officially released piece of Cartoonmania content. The last actual episode was called Whatever Happened to Victor Virus. I think he got molested! After Cartoonmania the Movie, Matthew's animations actually started to improve dramatically, and it looked like he was going places. Hell, in 2019, he was planning to reboot Cartoonmania despite literally just ending it.
Okay, so the animated lifeform printer is going to be in the series. It's going to show how the characters were made.
If you guys aren't good at stand-up, why did you agree to do it?
And then everything just kind of went to shit. In July 2020, several animations and drawings created by Matthew started coming to light. These were not safe for work pieces he had posted to an alt account that prominently featured his characters, which were canonically children. One of these was the infamous 69th floor animation featuring said children belly dancing, which appears to have been a thing Matthew was really into. He also had a really poorly disguised tickle fetish he would frequently post about and include in his work, again almost exclusively with his underage characters. I do want to point out that around this time the tag #Animator320 party was created, and it's genuinely so funny to look back through. A lot of it is a bunch of children just drawing themselves killing Matthew Littlemore. It's great. I do think this was a bit blown out of proportion. Like, you have people saying he's a convicted pedophile, which the 2 seconds of brain power, you'll realize that's not true. Going through archived Animator320 hate accounts from this time period, I also found instances of people faking evidence and saying it was Matthew. the whole thing was just a mess. There have also been people saying that Matthew did get sexual with actual minors, but I personally couldn't find any valid proof of this. Shortly after this whole thing started, several members of the Cartoonmania crew confronted Matthew in an hour-long Discord call, which, I'm sorry, is really fucking funny to listen to. One of them starts it off by dramatically saying, Welcome to the vibe check. And then Matthew joined in like, You're in hell now, buddy. Which almost makes you forget this is about Cartoonmania drama. After all of this, Matthew would leave the Animator320 channel and delete most of his social medias. In the time he was gone, Cartoonmania actually grew in popularity, and today the movie stands at 1.2 million views. On February 2nd, 2022, Matthew would start posting to YouTube again, and most importantly, he finally stopped using OpenOffice. Today, Matthew still posts occasionally, but he's significantly less active than he used to be, which is, probably for the best.
That was Penis's idea. You heard that, Penis? He didn't like your idea either.
One of my friends requested I end every video with this, so we'll give it a shot here. Dear Princess Celestia, what did we learn today from this quote-unquote video essay? It's not quantity that makes a series great. It's quality. Says the guy with 320 characters.